Hello. Hello. Hello, boys and girls. I'm here. I was trying to upgrade my PC, but I couldn't. I will tell you why. But it's okay. I will upgrade it soon. I mean, I had a chance, but didn't realize. Wait, I need to start a few more programs and then I think we will be all set. I need to start this one, this one, this one. This one. The webcam is still off, huh? Wait. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, let's do the webcam first. Hello, Maui. Hello, Yorlak. Welcome. I have some good news, huh? I have some good news. But I will give you in a second as soon as I manage to start up my webcam the proper way. Maybe it will work. I don't know. Maybe. It's here. I see it. Test. Opening my mouth to see if it works. Yes, it seems that it's fine. Okay. I think we are officially here. Boom! Look at that. Hello, boys. I'm here. Just checking and everything is fine. I think it is. We don't have a picture of the day. PET. We can watch this one. So I just restarted my PC because I was trying to put on a new video card. Because a friend of mine changed his video card. He's a bit crazy and he bought a very expensive card. He bought the RTX 390. And so he said, well, if you want, I can give you my previous one, right? And I think it's a great idea. Wait, I didn't fix the body movement. And so he gave me his previous video card, which is anyway better than my current one. So he gave me an RTX 2070, right? I have a 1070 at the moment. So I think it's a good upgrade. The problem is that I cannot put it in my computer yet, right? But we will do it. Not today, but we will do it in the next days. So basically my card is 1070. I don't remember if it's a TI or not a TI. That I don't remember. What is the difference with a TI? Let me just check 1 second. I don't remember that. How are you guys, by the way? Hello, Tony. Hello, Hula. Bonjour. I think a Geforce experience is gonna tell me. Oh my god, no. It wants to update the drivers. No, it wants to update I want to update the Geforce experience. Okay, this one I think we can do because anyway is not requiring a reboot. So I think it's fine. And okay, so if I go under whatever, if I go under here, yes. No, it's a GTX 1070 normal, so not TI or not whatever. Okay, so that is the one that I have, right? And so this one, right? Which the benchmark is 13,350, right? The one that I can get is this one, RTX 2070, which is a 16100. So it's about, I don't know, 20% or yeah, 20%, 25% faster. So I think it's already pretty good, right? So this one I have it next to me. The problem is that this card requires a different connection from the power supply. And so to put this card in, I need to change the power supply, right? So I cannot do it today. Also because today is Saturday and all the shops are very busy, and I think it's in general a bad idea to try to buy something on a Saturday. So so I will see, maybe during the week I will try to do it, right? But yeah, we can upgrade a bit which is nice. What I wanted to say, yes. So the other good news that I have is that I managed to finally relight the level, right? The way I did it, and I also documented it a bit in our wiki, the way I did it is that basically I did a million test, okay? A million test, like I told you the other time. So I tried to split the level, to remove certain items. Also I checked the items that were without the second channel. I mean, I did a freaking super mess, okay? I did a million tests. So there was all our CT, and I split the CT in a million pieces. I tried to have, I can do it with this picture, which is perfect for the explanation. I took the CT and I started to remove different pieces. I removed all this part in one time and seeing if it was still crashing. It was still crashing. Then I removed the arena. Then I removed all the CT and I left only the arena. Then I removed whatever. And then at the end I was like with four freaking houses. But the problem was that when I was left with a very small area that was still crashing, right? And the idea was, oh, then the problem is there. But no, because the problem was not there for whatever reason. Let me go back to my, the problem was not there because I was like removing this one and was crashing. Then I was removing this one and maybe it was not crashing anymore. Then I was adding this one again back and it was not crashing. So completely random. So then I started to look at the sunlight, right? And at the skybox, at the skylight, right? And I said, okay, fuck it. This is not gonna work. This light mask is never gonna work. So let's try to change, the properties of these two objects, and which are the two main objects in the level, by the way. And so what I discovered is that no matter what I do, if I use if I use movable on the skylight, it's crashing. There is no way. I mean, you can change whatever you want. 99% of the cases is crashing. While if you keep no, sorry. If you keep the, as is written here, so if you have the skylight and the directional light as movable, wow, I fucked up. Sorry, I fucked up the description. I fucked up the description. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, now it's correct. Sorry, I typed it wrong. So the crash happens if you have stationary on the skylight and on the directional light, right? And also happens if you have the directional light is movable, but the skylight is still stationary. It happens anyway. But if you do the opposite, so you have the skylight as movable and directional light is stationary, then it works. Now, I would prefer to have the skylight also as stationary, but it seems not to be possible at the moment because the engine is just acting randomly, you know, so just randomly crashing. So we will not do it. I mean, I'm not here to debug the problems of the engine. I mean, I'm here to make a video game. So whatever, doesn't work, okay, fine, we use the other setting, but at least we have the directional light as stationary, and this allows us to make you know, to make all the lights that we wanted to have and to have the static light. So I think it's anyway a good compromise. And now what I wanted to check, but I didn't do it yet because I went outside to shop. What I wanted to check is that now that we have the relight, first of all, how big is the relight? This is the first thing I want to check. And if the client is using more memory or less memory after the relight. At the moment, I relight only the Idla Plaza level. Okay, so there will be more levels to relight, but I can do it at any time during the night. I can launch the relight during the night, and it will do it. All right, but you see that this build data is this one. Is about half a giga, so it's 530 megabytes. Now this one contains also other stuff. It doesn't contain only the light calculations, but I would say a big part of this is probably the light calculations, right? So which is okay. So what I want to see is if when we launch it, another problem that I have, by the way, is this one. Let me just copy 1 second. Let me just copy this, because another problem that I have is that some assets that I added for the spells actually have a bad reference. So maybe what I can do, you know what, I think we can do a round of yes, let's do it now, because you see all these errors: failure to load, K noise 6. I went into these files, and actually this K noise 6 is not referenced into these files. It was referenced before, after before I did the switch and the merge of the texture. So I think these are actually bad pointers that remained inside that texture. So what I want to do, just to clean up, because now I think is a good time, is to launch the redirector cleanup and see what it does. I think we have it under scripts, maybe. Yeah, fix up redirects. Fix up redirects. So basically what this script is doing just to explain you. When you rename okay, let's just let it go. Let it go, let it go. Why saying that content material in Enhance has local modifications? I don't think so. Maybe yes. But anyway, it's deleting a bunch of stuff, which is nice. So basically what is happening, imagine that you have this object, right, in the editor, and you called it, whatever, Langs Temple, right? Then for whatever reason, you rename it. So maybe you call it Temple of Langs, right? So what happens is that Unreal is trying to help you, but in reality, I don't think it is really an help. But if you are renaming it like this, what it's doing is storing what he calls a redirector, right? A redirector. So basically, is keeping the old name inside the redirector, which is kind of a shortcut, you know, to still go to this name. So if there is any other asset, right, imagine that you have a number of other assets that were originally referencing this name, the old Langs Temple name, then actually now they are referencing this redirector. And then the redirector is pointing to the new name. So this is basically a way for the engine to avoid you to change these ones, right? But just keep the reference to the old name, which on one side is nice because I think it allows you to work in a kind of a faster way, and that's good. But on the other side, what happens is that then you end up with having a lot of redirectors that you don't need. So there is actually a program, that is the one that I launched now, which by the way just finished, which is basically deleting the redirector and properly pointing, you know, let me do it in another color, and properly pointing the asset to the new name. So which obviously requires you to change these assets, right? So and this thing is called Fix Up Redirectors, which is what I launched now. Now I want to see after that program has run, what the hell it did. So for example, it deleted a bunch of stuff that probably is not referenced anymore, or something that had a previous name. Yes, these are all the ones that had a previous name. So I think that this change is a good change. Yes, also this one, also this one. And then it changed a bunch of other files. So it actually did a lot of work. As you can see, because I think that these files were still referencing redirectors. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Just a bit surprised it deleted also. He deleted also these ones, huh? He deleted also these ones, but yeah, the majority is the female Innon that we renamed. But I assume it's okay, so I'm not gonna question too much, you know, what it did. I'm just checking it for understanding what it did. But I think that all these changes are good changes. So what we are gonna say, run fix redirector, whatever. Run fix up redirect to remove old redirectors, right? So this one I think we can check in. It's 150 files, so okay, nice, done. I want to see if I launch it again. if he's complaining about something or if he's... It seems he's still deleting stuff. Okay. It seems that he deleted some stuff. Some more stuff. He deleted all of this. Holy shit. I hope I still have my Inun female. Let's go and check 1 second, but I seem he deleted a lot of stuff. I hope I still have something in this. Yeah. You see all the files are here. So probably, yes, they were all the redirectors. Because all the files, arms, eyes, feet, hair, hands, head, legs, robe and torso, they are all here. And also I have all the mesh ones and they all have the new names. Now these ones, I think I did not rename. Yeah, the single texture I did not rename. I renamed the materials and the meshes. So yeah, but I think we can say again that we run the redirectors. And this will do another cleanup. Okay, nice. Okay. So let me see if now, okay, now everything should be clean. So what I want to see, I want to see that now that we have the new relit level. I will have to launch the database though. Now that we have the new relit level, I want to see if the settings for day and night are still valid or not, because now we are in the final situation. So the situation that you will have in the game when you download it. Yeah, but I still see that there are these problems now on some of the old particle effects. Well, not all, but I think this one I need to fix manually. I think there is no way. I need to fix manually these ones. I don't want to leave them here because we are piling up, you know, errors and, well, warnings. In this case, it's a warning. It's not an error, but I don't want to pile up stuff that... Also, let me check one thing. While it's loading. Yeah, still loading a bit. No, it is the same, by the way. Okay. So here we should be in the final light. In fact, you see that it doesn't say anymore. Here at the top was saying something like you need to rebuild the lights. Okay, there are like 80,000 objects or whatever that needs to be relit. Now it doesn't say that anymore, meaning that all our objects are properly lit, which is nice. We're not in the best place, so I think I'm gonna teleport to somewhere else. I don't know if teleporting while loading is an issue. No, seems it's not an issue. Okay, so basically this is the daylight now. That is the maximum daylight. I think it's pretty good. The trees look good. The trees look very good. The ones in the distance, I would say they look a bit too bright, but I think it's okay. So this is the maximum light, okay? Maybe it's still a bit too much because I cannot see my shadow too much. I mean, we are calculating all these crazy shadows and then cannot see them too much, but no, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. The light is way more gentle than is in the client that you have, right? Now let's try to go night. Let's try to go maybe middle, not full night, but like late evening. Okay, so this is kind of late evening. The sky, yeah, in the middle the sky is not really changing much, but it's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Fuck, I'm on the other database. Okay, let me go a bit more into the evening. Here we are. Yeah, the sky is not changing though, huh? Well, it's better. I think the sky is just slightly behind in terms of becoming darker. You see that? So it's a bit too bright compared to the rest. It's like one step behind. Now I think it's okay. By the way, at night you can see much better the rock at the top. There are no clouds. I don't know why there are no clouds. If it is a side effect. But then here we are during the night. Yeah, during the night we have some problems. First problem seems to be the sky. It's very different anyway. It's very different than what we did. I don't know. It looks like we didn't actually do what we wanted to do. Let me try these values, okay? So these were the ones that we wanted to have. By the way, I can check them because we printed out. So the skylight intensity is 0.1. The skylight intensity is 0.1, yes. The skybox is 0.075 instead of 0.05, yes. The fog color is 0. And the directional light is 0.1. So yes, actually we have the same values that we wanted to have. The problem is that now we have the level properly relit. And I think this thing is taking... Okay. Let me go 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, just to see what happens. Actually, it goes down for real if I go 0, 0, 0. So I'm questioning then what is what is skylight intensity? Light intensity 0.75 and skybox light. No, skybox light is 0.75. Sky intensity is 0.1 and directional light intensity is 0.1 as well. Yes, so that is exactly how we are. I think at the moment what is really pumping up is probably the skybox. No, sorry, the skylight, because it's the one that is giving us yeah, it makes a lot of difference between 0.1 and 0.05. It really makes a lot of difference. So the skybox is also problematic. Yeah, so we need to tweak these values down if we want to reach the same result that we wanted to have. Now 0.03 seems too much, really. But 0.04 I think would be very, very nice. Yeah, I need to test it with a bit of more of a delay. But you see how the value changed compared to yesterday? They are completely different because now we have the lights calculated properly. So we need to lower these values if we want to have a proper night. .05, 0.05, 0.1. Wow, the skylight intensity is making so much difference. So the indirect light is making so much difference. So much difference. I think it will take us anyway a bit of time to actually tweak it properly, right? But I think that what we want to do, we want to go really skylight intensity to 0.05 instead of 0.1, or you know, a value between those. And also for the directional light, I think we want to go 0.05, I would say, or maybe 6. I don't know, I need to tweak it a bit, but 0.1 is too much. I think we can move those two together anyway, and maybe even 7. Even 7 is okay. Yeah, even 7. I think 0.07, just to avoid making it too dark. Okay, so 0.07 will be the minimum threshold, and for the skybox light, I think we need to be sure that this really goes to 0.04, because 0.05 is super bright. It's still super bright. So I'm looking at the sky. So it should be between 0.4. I think 0.4 is perfect. Is exactly the amount. Yes. 0.04 will be perfect. At least as I see it in my monitor. Then I don't know. Right? Okay, let me try. So in the day, I think the day is okay. The day is perfectly fine. I don't think I want to change the day. Okay, these are kind of small tweaks. But but I think they are good tweaks. And it will take us a bit to find the right values. Also, I think we want to have some feedback from you when then you will play it, if it's okay, right? Or if it's too dark. Because I think it may be, I mean, for sure it will be very different than the current plane shift, where basically the night is, I mean, you can see around with no issues. Okay, I will try to fix that, which is in the skybox. Which is in the skybox. And let me put the bio music. Okay, there it is, it's coming. And another thing that I discovered is that we actually have a light which is called Point Light 29, which is a stationary light positioned at the top of the world, where in theory the crystal is, right? Because this one in theory is a kind of a crystal, but I don't understand how it works. So first of all, the crystal is inside out, so is the opposite way of what it should be, evidently. And second, this light seems to be confined, so I don't think this light will do anything to the world. And also I don't think we should use it, but I don't want to change it now because I did all the calculations, but I think I have to remember to delete it. Okay, so let me put it maybe in our notes for 0 point whatever. I don't have it here. I need to take it from here. What the hell? What? Where is the 078? Oh fuck, I saved it somewhere else. Really? I mean, I'm sure I saved it. I saved it somewhere else. Oh my god. GG. Is there a way to see the recent files? Cannot type. Bum bum bum. It should be here. Wait. I think if you go in quick access. Here it is. It's under local temp. Why? No idea. No idea. Yeah, it was in the wrong place. That's why I couldn't find it. Did he move it? No. Oh my god. He's not copying it from here? Why? Why? Is here. Yes. Okay. I don't know, for some reason didn't like it. Okay, this is our list. This is our list of potential fixes, right? That we are going to do. Close this stupid browser, please. Which is Bing. No, which is Edge. Okay, so we are going to take this light. So let's say that we need to decide what to do with this light. My suggestion will be to delete it completely, but I need to do it like... I need to do it like separately. So decide what to do, cannot type today, what to do with point light 29. Delete. I think we should delete it. Okay, the good news is that this one is fixed at least. Right? This one is fixed, which is very nice. I think I want also to clear up the errors that we get. So clear up, another thing that I want to do. Clear the errors we get from particle effect materials or missing materials. Right? This one is probably the one I want to do now, because I think is bad to continuously, I mean, leaving all these errors, which are actually not errors, but so for example, this asset, right, MIK aura 16, whatever, is saying, right, this one, which is a material instance, is saying that it cannot find, right, it cannot find KY noise 6. And actually is correct, because this file doesn't exist in here anymore, because I merged it with the other one, right? But hello Grimstone, you can right click files in the recent list and open the location directly using the file open location. Okay, thank you. But for some reason this one is still referencing the... So we have two ways that I can try. Here it is. KY noise 6. This reference is actually a wrong reference, because this file doesn't exist anymore. And as you can see, only the material instances are thinking that they are still referencing this file. But this file doesn't exist anymore because I substituted with another one. So there is basically this pending relationship. If I do browse to, if I do browse to asset, obviously it cannot reach it because it doesn't exist. But it still sees it, so can I... No. I think there is a bug. There is a bug of the engine because it didn't properly change the... And by the way, for the user, it doesn't make any difference because this one is actually not used. Okay, it's not used by this texture in any way. It's just a reference to an old. Now we need to understand what is the easiest. I think the easiest way for us will be... The problem is that it's a bit of a mess. Because if I remove the parent, okay, if I remove the parent, that reference will go away. But I will lose all these settings. And so I will have to redo all these settings manually. Which is super annoying. I don't know if there is, because I was hoping that the fix up redirect replace references tool. What is this? This one I never used, I think. This one I never used. Let me see if actually does something on this guy. Replace references. Select an asset to serve as the asset to consolidate the non-selected asset to. This will replace all uses of the non-selected asset below with the selected asset. Oh my god. What does this phrase means? Holy shit. What the fuck? Select an asset. By the way, here I only have my texture, so I don't know what to select. To serve as the asset to consolidate the non-selected. Okay, so you select multiple ones and then you consolidate into one. Okay, no, but it is not. But this is not helping me. I understand the principle, but yeah, like you have a number of them and but it's not what we need. It's not what we need. How do I fix this, boys? Because, okay, if I remove the parent, I tried already. If I do it, it fixes it. But then I need to re-import all these values. Right? Which may be annoying. Can I copy-paste it to a text file somehow? Seems so. Well, maybe I can do it this way then. I can... So there are two override here, dust color and highlight color. And there is this one, which is this Y position, right? So in theory, I can, I mean, it's a bit annoying, but I can do it. It's a bit annoying, but I can do it. So I disconnect the parent now. This thing goes blank, obviously. Then I reselect the parent. Fuck, I didn't... what was the parent? Let me Control Z. It was KY Aura 14. Maybe I can even copy it. Okay, I will reparent to this one. Okay, so now we are going to override. Dust color and highlight color. And for dust color, we're gonna copy this. Yes, it seems to be working. It is very nice. And highlight color, this. And this one was the what? Was this Y position. Displacement of the Y position. Which is exactly the same value, by the way. Okay, now, incredibly enough, even if it's pointing to the same parent, okay, if I save it again, this one, and then I do the reference view, you see? The noise 6 now is pointing to the right one, even if I didn't do anything, right? I didn't really change anything in terms of pointers. So I think this is an engine bug, actually. I don't know how it came out, but I think it is an engine bug. So I think we need to do it this way for all the ones that are mentioned here as broken. Which is the aura fire, the aura ice, so the same for the aura ice, exactly the same thing. The aura ice is a bit more complex though. It has 4 values that it changed. And so we need to copy all these 4 values to be sure that we are, you know, truthful to whatever change we do. It's a bit of a manual process, but I don't know if there is a better way, but I think no. And there are no other changes, so I'm going to disconnect KY Aura 14. And I'm going to KY Aura 14 and I'm going to put it back. Right? And now we are going to override all these values. Base dust. Look at how base is written. Base. I like color low light. I like color low light color, right? Yeah, so these 4. And these values are the following. This one is nearly identical. This one changed a lot. Okay. Now if I save it, okay, will ask me to check out and everything. Yes. Now we should have the right reference. Yes, to noise number 6. Okay. Yeah, I think the trick is working. It's a bit of a trick, but it's working fine. It's actually working fine. Let me connect the small avatars, because anyway we are not using too much CPU. Ah, by the way, the new video card will help me in running all these programs, right? Because all these programs are using, maybe this time we can go on Twitch. What do you think? Oops, I did it on YouTube. Let's go on Twitch. Should we change the background? I don't know. Should we change it? I'm a bit low. Why I'm a bit low? My face is a bit like this. Yeah, that is better. Ah, there is a guy I can eat next to me. I can pull my tongue, yes. It's a capability of that engine. Okay, so these two we did. Now, what else? Ice. We did ice. We did fire. We have this primitive thingy. It's also the same problem with noise 6. I think that noise 6 fucked up something. But we have this, the problem, you know what is the problem of this one? Let me see. Because I think this one is used by many. Reference viewer. No, nice. No, it's not used by much. It's not used by much. So we have the same problem with noise 6. So this noise 6 went a bit crazy. So we need to do the same. We need to do exactly the same. So see if there are any special values. Yes, and actually there are a few. Keep the special values here so we can reproduce. Disconnect the father, which is KY primitive. Reconnect the father. KY. Why KY primitive? All those are KY primitive? Oh my god. We have a number of KY primitive. I think they are all the same, by the way. Yes, I think they are all the same. Hopefully. And then we go alpha value 1, which is already 1. Radius 0.35. 0.35. Radius density 5. And physical material. And blend mode translucent, which is already like this. So now in theory this guy should be identical. Hopefully. Now we need to see maybe on the resulting effect, because this one was used by a spell effect, which is the Icy Blast, and we want to see if this Icy Blast is looking, yeah, I think it looks pretty much like it was, so I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so this one we fixed. The primitive 2C we fixed. Now we have, wait, the aura fire I fixed. Now we have shockwave 07, and as you can see they are only material instances. There is never a basic material which is failing. And so I think there is a problem with the management of the references. You see still this K noise 6. Okay, but we know the trick now, so we will do the trick. There is only an highlight color, so it's very easy. This one is very easy. All the other parameters are identical, so we are going to just copy paste this guy. And we have a KY shockwave 07, so we're gonna remove it. KY shockwave, wait, parent, KY shockwave 07. Yes, and now we just need to change the highlight color to this. Boom. Okay. So we need to check out, and we did it. And so this one now, if I look at the references, should be clean, yes? And he's looking at KY is noise 6. Perfect. Very, very good. Now what else? So Shockwave 7, we did it. Now we have an MI Terablock Smoke, which I think is the last one, because the one that we see here below are probably a repetition. Or not. Some yes, some not. Okay, let's do this MI Terablock, and then maybe we'll restart the engine just to see if he has other problems. This one is complaining about another, well, actually 2. Oh wow, here we have 2 broken pointers. Okay, but I think it's the same, huh? It's the same technique. This one is a bit more complex though. Wow, there's a million parameters. Oh my god. Wow. This one is a bit annoying to do. This one is a bit annoying to do, but I don't think I have another way. I think my only way is to invalidate this, but then I need to recopy all these parameters. Oh my god. Hey, I don't think we have another way, boys. I don't think we have another way. Terra fluid patterns. Is the music too loud? Maybe it's a bit too loud. And Terra noise, wind blur. We need to do this. There's no other way. We need to do this. Because something fucked up. Terablock Smoke, huh? Terablock Smoke. Okay. And then I would suggest that we do something like this, otherwise it will take us forever. Right? And we just copy paste, I mean, I cannot copy paste because it's an image, but and we just copy back all the values. So basically everything is overridden. Cloud texture will be ink smoky. We actually have 2 ink smoky. There is an ink smoky M or M2. Let me see if I put M2. M2 will say M2. Okay, so it's not cut off. No, I was thinking that it may be cut off. Then this one is 0, 0. This one is the same, so it's ink smoky M. This cloud texture here is 2. Here is 0.5. Then here we have a default color. I didn't copy it. Fuck it. And unfortunately I need to go back. I need to go back, boys, because I need to copy this color. The others I can read, but that color I need to copy, unfortunately. I can copy also the white, but I think the white is just white. Actually not. Actually not. They have very different values. Okay, good that we redid it. Are there other colors that I need to copy? No, only these 3. Huh? Okay. So Terablock Smoke. So let's remove it. Terablock Smoke. Okay, put it back. Now This one is ink smoky M. This one is 1-in-1 overridden. This one is ink smoky M. This one is 2.0, 0.5. This color is this color. Paste. This one is okay, this one is okay. Then we have two other colors. This one. And this one. Okay. Then we have all these 5 overridden. First one being 100, second one being 4. This one is minus 0.01. This one is 0, this one is 4. Okay. Okay. Then luminance is default, fade edges is true, left right power is 3, keen edge is flagged, and the 2 keen edge power here is 35 and 1. WP whatever is wind blur, which is this one. Okay, and then we have all 5 overridden. Wow, this texture is insanely modified. 0.1, and this is minus 5. Okay, so now in theory should be identical to what it was, but should not have any more that problem. Should not have any more that problem. Now, to know if it works, the best way is to go in this spell, which is the one that is using it, and check if it still looks okay. Yes, it still looks as expected. Okay. Okay. That's nice. So we fixed this one as well. Where was it? Here. Block Terablock Smoke. Okay, now there seems to be a few others here, but I think KY Primitive we just did. Aura Ice we did. Aura Fire we did. Block Smoke is the one that we did now. In Shockwave Time. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same set. It's the same set. Okay. So I think we are done on this one. Let me see if I launch again the editor now. If I don't get those errors anymore. Which would be very nice. Para-pa-pam. Para-pa-para-pa-pam. Just a second, I'm coming. A second. Para-pa-pam. Yep. Putting a sweater on because it's it's kind of cold. I don't know. February in Italy is not the best month, I have to say. Okay, let me see if we got those errors again or not, but hopefully not. So in terms of warnings, I can search warning. Okay, this ones I think I know and we need to fix as well, but it's not so relevant at the moment. It is all fine. Okay, good. So we don't have other problems. Nice, nice. Okay, yeah, so we fixed them all. So I think I can check in this fix since we did it and it's complete. There are there are these 4 or 5 files. So fixed, broken references, references in material instances, in some material instances. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, yes, all of those. Okay, that's nice. That is something I wanted to do, which is this one, and which is this one. Hello guys, sorry Nerdful, I didn't see you. I mean, I didn't read the chat. Hello Nerdful, how are you? Everything fine? I'm trying to clean up a bit of stuff and test. I mean, and maybe release the new alpha, which I think is always good. So fix night colors or night shadows, or night colors after relight of static relight, I don't know, of static lights. Okay. I think it's a relight. Even if relight of static light sounds a bit weird, but so this one, this one I would like to do. So now that we did that change, right, I would like to go in my skybox. I would like to go in my skybox and yes, but I would like to open it. Okay, and here we need to do a few changes. We need a Skybox Light to go as down as this one, to go as down as 0.04, which is a value that we find more proper. We want the skylight intensity to go at minimum at 0.07, and we want the directional light intensity to also go at 0.07, right? So in theory this thing should produce the nighttime that we want, in theory. Now, what I was seeing is that the sky was a bit more lit than the rest of the world. So like the skybox was getting in theory is the same, but in theory is the same value. That goes from 0 to 1. Because during the day we want it at 1, right? Yes. Maybe we can just accelerate a bit the curve. Or just to lower it a bit. If I lower everything by 0.1, let me try. I know it's a bit empiric, but so we'll do a minus 0.1, so it means that we'll never reach 1 at noon. It will reach 0.9. But maybe now is enough because we have a different light setup. Skybox was too bright compared to items in the level. Compared to buildings, whatever. Let me try like this and see what it does. The good part is all of that is dynamic, so we don't need to rebuild the lights, right? It's exactly the same. Okay, let me test this. Meanwhile, can we also test something else while we go in the game? Check audio volume loading. I think we can check probably this one. Selecting currency from inventory problem. I think I can check this one while we go in. We will probably do this one next. Because it's fairly easy. Just a bit lazy at the moment. I'm trying to do the easy ones, but we will see. Okay, so let me load in. Okay, let me load in, and while it's loading, let's go and check this 7117 in fly spray, which is this one, which is basically saying that when attempting to select currency with high numbers, the split window was not working very well. And I think the reason is simply because the text is probably cut off. I think it's probably the reason of why it looks like that. Okay. So now we are at noon and is 0.9 instead of 1, I guess. No? Because I'm printing it. Right. Yes, the printout is... I'm not printing the right value, okay? I have to print this value instead of this value, but it's okay. It's okay. Now, if I go at night... better. The sky is really how I wanted it to be. And yes. And the visibility is reasonable. We can probably even go one down from this, but I think for now let's leave it like this. Let's leave it like this. I mean, it's... You still can see. You still can see. And I think it's good anyway. It is not super dark. I don't know what happens inside buildings though. Because in theory, for example, this building doesn't have any windows. Or if he has window, he has super small windows. Well, here there are lights, so... But yes, basically here at night, you will need to have... Well, in these areas you can see. Now, our character is not lighting up for the reason that we use the cheapest technique on these lights, okay? We use the cheapest possible technique. Now, we may decide to change it, but at the moment... You see that this light is not really lightening me or casting a shadow, right? But it's done by purpose at the moment. I can change it, but at the moment it's done by purpose. So, like here, if you really want to move, you know, unless you bring your own light, I think it's fairly hard to see, which is, I think is okay. There's a bit of what we want. I would like to see outdoors. Outdoors. I don't know if someone is at the magic shop, but I can probably just slide myself. I think I can slide me up 300 and slide me forward, I don't know, 800. And oh my god, it's so dark. What happened? It didn't work. I think 800 was too much and I went outside the... I think I went, yeah, I went outside. I will never find a magic shop. Fuck. But you see the trees? The trees at night have an issue. Why? There is a problem, huh? There is a big problem. There is a big problem. The bushes seems to be okay. You see this bush? This bush is fine. But it looks like there is a light coming from here. Also because the terrain is kind of lit here. Yeah, but I think there is a light here somehow. Or it's coming from there. It's coming from the top. But in theory, there should be no light at the moment. You see, yeah, certain bushes are okay. Other bushes, no. Like, for example, this one, you see that it's properly dark as we expect it to be. And this flower as well. But like this one is super bright. So I think there is something in the definitions of those thingies. Let me see how they are defined, because I think we can understand the That's good atmosphere. Yeah, atmosphere. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. I'm just trying to understand how to foliage. What is going on? Wait. Landscape, right? Why I don't see the what? Ah, fuck! I didn't load anything. I didn't load the map, so that's why I was not seeing any foliage options. We still have a problem here. It's saying the material asset is not received. You may not render correctly when run aside the editor. Mine rock master material. Missing the flag used with static lighting. Well, actually we can flag it if it's needed. Use it with static lightning. Yes, it's actually flagged. Maybe it did it for me. Let me see the others. These are all material instances, unfortunately. I think we need to start to standardize a bit the names of the instances, because it's very hard to understand who is who. But these are all instances except this one, which is the main material. But yes, with static lightning is set. So the message says was missing the usage flag. If the material asset is not resaved, it meant not. Ah, okay. So it's just asking me to resave it. It did the job already. It did the job for me. It's just asking me to resave. Okay, now I have the editor open. Okay, 1 second. I will do it. I will do it in a second. Okay, now we have here all the foliage loaded. So what we want to see is why certain foliage is showing up correctly. So in particular, this one no, but this one yes. Like the red one. The red one seems to be. Is this the red one? I have no idea. But anyways, this one. I can go back to daylight and see, by the way. Okay, is that one. Okay. Which I think is this. I think it's probably the closest. I think it's this. So this one shows correctly. Let me see which kind of flags or attribute he has. So he has a density, but this is the density of painting it, so this should make no difference. The radius, single mode, scaling is a bit scaled, 0.5 to 2, but vertex color by channel, here is all default, placement, normals, angles, blah 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 blah. Exclusion from landscape layers, yes, okay. Collision with the collision. Ah, okay, just to understand what it means. Mobility static. Okay, so this one is set as static mobility. I think this is what will be the difference probably. He has mobility static, he has cast shadow. It does not have cast static shadow, and he has cast dynamic shadows. Okay. Okay, let's take the let me maybe take a small screenshot of this. No, let me take a screenshot like this, so that we know who is who, right? So we know that we are speaking of this one. Okay, so now for example the trees are, well, I can also take, the trees are completely fucked up, but if I take also this one, right, it's the same, so it seems he's not taking the right colors, and this one is, I have no idea, they look all identical. Probably is this one. Probably is this one. I think we should take like a 3, because the all the threes are, or maybe this one. Let's check if there is this one with the big leaves. There is the one with the big leaves. Is this one? I think yes, I think is one of those. I mean, there are some that are looking very similar, so it's not very easy to. How do I open? There are two that are very, very similar. Maybe both have the same settings, hopefully. But yeah, this one looks like this one, right? Yes, I think it's this one. Okay, so this one, for example, is bright. Is bright. I don't know why, but it's bright. So tiny weeds. Tiny weeds. Which is this one. So this one has there is also lighting channels though. I think they are identical though. This one has these settings. Static. Cal distance 0, 10,000. So 100 meters. Cast shadows is on. Dynamic shadow is off. Is on. Static is off. Fuck is identical. He's identical, but he's bright. He's absolutely like these trees. These trees seems they are taking a light from somewhere. You see that on this side they are dark, and on this side they are lit. Where the hell they are taking the light from? There is no light at the moment. Well, there is maybe still a bit in the sky, but... there is still a bit in the sky. Okay, we can see which kind of light they are taking. Because if I go... yeah, they are taking both. They are taking both reflecting shadows and... they are taking both direct and indirect. Why? You see the difference? So basically it seems that they are way more reactive to light. So even if there is a little light, they are picking it up like crazy. Because in theory it should be like this. That's very strange, though. But even at 00000, which in theory everything should be black, right? They are still shining a bit. That's the problem. It seems that they are taking kind of a red light coming from somewhere. I don't understand. For example, this one is not set as anything. What does it mean? Instant setting, mobility. This one is static. This one is what? This one is nothing? It has no setting? What does it mean having no setting? Cal distance. By the way, these trees have no cal distance, so they will be rendered at any distance, which I don't know if is a great idea. So, or the problem is that they have such a small light map resolution, which is 8, which does not allow them to pick up the right light, but it is kind of strange. This setting is weird. I think it should be one or the other. At the moment, it's not set to anything. You know what the problem? If I click on one of these two, I think we will have to recalculate the lights of the level, which takes about 1 hour. So this is why I don't want to click it. Align to normal. Ah, yes, because this is basically only allowing the thing to be It's a bit hard to explain by words. It's much easier to explain it by. So if I have a hill, right? I want that bush to be aligned like this, while I want a tree to be aligned always vertically, right? So to be aligned like this. So this is what the align to normal. This is why it's different. So all the trees have not aligned to normal, and all the bushes have aligned to normal. Exactly. But we still have a problem though, huh? Movable. I think if I change it from static, I mean, if I set it as static, I think the animation that we have of the leaves will not cast the proper shadow. So I think we need to keep these guys as movable. I think I fucked up something. Because now looks they are still... Anyway, these trees always look too bright. I don't know why, but... This type of tree, which I think are different from the one that we have in the city. You see, they always look fucked up. Hello, Zway. The mobility setting maybe because the shader moved the tree. Yeah, but you see that here we don't have a mobility setting. Nothing is selected for the trees, which is very weird. They should be static or movable, no? It's impossible to not to select one or the other. And at the moment they are not selected, which is very strange. While, for example, this one is selected as static, this one is static, this one is static. So basically all the trees are not set to anything. Well, also this bush is not set as anything. I don't want to click it now because otherwise I need to recalculate the lights, but you see the difference between these trees and this one. For example, this tree seems to be a bit better. Well, maybe just because it's green instead of yellow. But you see this light. You see this light is picking up some light. I don't know from where. There is no light in the sky at the moment. Where the fuck is picking up this light? Are there like random lights in the forest? It should not pick up any light. I don't know where that is coming from. I have no idea. Are there like random lights placed in the forest? Or is just the material of these trees which is stupid? Let me check the material of these trees because I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Where is it? Where do I find? I need to find. I need to go back to foliage, I guess. Select 1.3, show in browser, okay. And then I need to get this guy. No, but how is the material, how, what? The material is baked into the tree. For example, here it looks super dark. Here it looks completely different. Material slots. Okay, we have three slots. One for the bark, but also as you can see, also the bark is picking up light. So it's not a problem of the single material. It's a problem of, well, also my character somehow is picking some light, but way less. But yes, also my character. Look at the difference between the ground and the trees. It's insane, right? And look at the difference between this bush and this bush. So this bush is correct, but the other bush is not. Why this bush is correct? Maybe we can check the textures associated to this bush. Well, there must be a reason. It's impossible that cast shadow, cast dynamic shadow, mobility static. You see that here you see, wait, let me check then if I click on it, because I think that then, wait, mobility. You see, we have selected here a mobility which is actually not existing in the foliage settings. You can see it here. So this foliage type oak 03, this foliage type oak something, oak 03 has a mobility setting which is actually stationary, which doesn't exist in foliage, but for some reason I'm able to set it in the asset, right? So I think these are anyway fucked up. I think we should reset it. Now, do we want it as static like everything else, or do we want it as movable? Because we can try with one maybe, but I think I need to recalculate everything if I do it. But stationary doesn't seem to be a valid value for foliage. So he has a normal map, he has a diffuse, he has a sway amount, which I guess is how much he moves in the wind. Then he has a parent material, which is this guy. And this guy he has no emissive, so it's only coming from the base. I don't know if this speed 3 color variation is doing with 0.05. I don't know if it's fucking up something. But they are taking light. They are taking some light. There is the same speed color trick variation. Here we have a subsurface color though. This subsurface color is not very... I don't know what it does. It's saying that it allowed the material to simulate shifting color when the light passes through, but I don't know, there is something fucked up. If I could have one tree that is acting properly, right? I think the trees in the city are acting properly. But I have some bushes. But like this tree, for example, seems to act better. But we are still picking up light. I'm still picking up... also my character is picking up some light. If I go everything 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, the terrain becomes completely dark, right? Let me see this bush, which seems to be the one that is working properly. Yeah, this bush basically becomes completely dark, right? But like this bush, it's becoming slightly darker, but still not much. Still picking up light. I don't know from where. I have no idea. I have no idea. Is it the point light 27, whatever it is, 26 that we have at the top? But in theory it should not be red. Should not be red. Because we have that light that we don't know what to do, right? We don't know why it's there. But there is a point light. 29, this thing. This point light 29. Right? Which is inside the freaking... which is inside a freaking crystal, which by the way is having the normals flipped, so this thing would never work. But is this thing red? Or slightly red? What is the color? The color is 111, so you cannot beat this light. You cannot beat this light, boys. Let me see if I drop an item. Hello, Shadran. Welcome. How are you? So if I drop a chest, let me drop a chest. Let me drop something. Can I have a chest? Also the chest is picking up a bit of red. You see it? I don't know, it looks like there are some materials which are just... I mean, how the fuck is possible? How it is possible, boys? How it is possible? There is some stuff that is picking up a red color, okay? I don't know from where, but it is. Chest material 01B. No. Chest material. What? 01A. Yes, it's this one. Diffuse. No. Master generic level asset. I think something is happening here. I have a feeling that something is happening in our freaking master thingies. No? No? What is, for example, this multiple scattering extinction? But it seems to be default, though. This one is a bit red, eh? This one is a bit red. This translucency, self-shadowing, this one is kind of red. I don't know why, but anyway, it's kind of red. It's the default, though. It's absolutely a default. I don't know. I don't know. I can put a normal... I mean, I can change the texture of the chest. We did it already, right? Just to test. I can... Because also this chest is picking up some color. But I think even the grass is picking up some red color. Just a bit less, but... Everything is picking up a red color. Except these ones. No? For example, this one doesn't seem to change. Unfortunately, I cannot click on save while I'm looking there. Okay, I can do this, maybe. You see, these ones are like resilient to the red invasion, but are also the ones which are bright, and they should not be bright, right? But these ones are kind of resilient to the red invasion, while these ones, I think also this one probably is resilient. Yes, this one doesn't change color at all. Whatever happens, it doesn't care. Right? It doesn't give a shit. Does it change color during the day? I can see it. If I go 0.8, 0.8. Well, yes, a bit. It's taking some, yeah, it's taking some indirect light, but yes, it is. It is changing, but it's not changing color. It's changing a bit of the intensity, and that's it. Sorry, I had the wrong value here. I don't know. But it doesn't shift the color, this one. While everything else seems to be shifting color towards red. Right? Including the chest. Where is my chest? There. Maybe use a static. I don't know if static will not make the shadows of the leaves anymore. Potentially. Why this thing is so red? If I change to daylight, this thing is not red anymore. If I change to night, this thing becomes more and more affected by red. Maybe just because it's red. I don't know. Maybe just because it's red by itself. I have no idea. Fuck. Everything becomes red. Even the falcon becomes red. I think we have something. The fog is. I think we have something else set in the skybox, which is turning things. Because, for example, this falcon, I think is really the basic. And I'm not expecting that falcon to have any special texture. I think. Well, it's a weapon though, but he's a weapon. He's a weapon anyway, yeah. Yeah, so he has a master weapon anyway. But you know what? We're gonna change it just for fun, okay? Can we remember this color? Can we remember this color 1 second? It's super dark, but it's super dark, and with the white here we cannot see it. But maybe if I do this, anyway, it's super dark, so with a white background you will never really see it. But maybe like this we see it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, anyway, we see a bit. I mean, it's definitely red, okay? It's definitely red. Okay, now we're gonna do something a bit brutal. Something a bit brutal. And we are going to change this falcon, which hopefully is using this texture. I hope so. But yeah, I think it's this one. To use no normals, no roughness, and no master. But if I do this, no, wait, it's easier for me to change this texture to another one. Yes. Wait. Okay. I did something that he didn't like. Okay. So let me reload this falcon texture because I don't want to change it actually. I want just to create another. We will create another one. This one we will. But no, because he's searching this one. No. I need to modify this one. There's no way. I need to modify. But if I do this, what happens? I need a parent anyway. I need a parent. Fuck. New material. Test. Simple. Falcon. And test simple falcon. We'll have this one. So at least we are sure that it looks like normal, okay? Hopefully it's using this texture. I'm not 100% sure, but... Okay, so now the texture will be substituted anyway, so but you know, just to be sure, let's change it here as well. Ah, it's already changed because it's that one. Okay, so this one is the basic texture. He has no changes in any way, right? Okay, so now now we start the game again, and I want to see. I want to see if that Falcon is not red anymore. So if it's not red anymore, then it means it's something to do with the master materials or else. If it's still red, I don't know. If it's still red, I really have no idea, because if it's still red, still red is a mess. The moment we are loading in, the Falcon is there waiting for me. He's waiting for me, you see it? He's there waiting for me. Aha, I see you. Okay, during the normal light, I mean daylight, they look okay. Also the chest looks okay. So it's really when it becomes night. I think we have some fuck up in the nighttime. I think we are turning everything red. I don't know. Maybe the skybox is turning it red because it thinks is night. Oh my god, it's even more lit now. Okay, let me go 0000. Super red. Okay, is not the... Assuming that he's using the right texture, but I think it is. Has nothing to do with the material. Has nothing to do with the material. But then why? I think it would be interesting to change the directional light rotation, but atmosphere sunlight. Atmosphere sunlight. Light color. Red, green and blue. This light color is slightly to the green more and to the red more. So it's kind of yellow. I don't know, there is something that is fucking us up here. Ah, what is this? Bloom tint, multiple against... This one is super red. This one is super red, this thing. What is this used for? Multiplies against the scene color to create the bloom color. Light shaft bloom. Yeah, but I don't... For directional light, the color around the light direction... Yeah, but this is when you look at the light, right? Anyway, he's red. He's red, and he's on top of our directional light, huh? And he's not the default value. Because the default value is white. The problem is that as soon as I save this, I think he will ask me to recalculate everything. No? Let me try with this change. Can I save it? And make it writable. I'm sorry, I need to exit from here. I think that we had... sometimes we click on too much stuff, you know? Sometimes we click on too many things. Why all of this is different than the default? Why we want to have a light shaft occlusion with all this shit here? Why? Why we cannot have a normal thing? Whether to occlude fog and atmosphere in scattering with screen space blurred occlusion from this light. What the fuck is it? What the fuck is this thing? Can you tell me, boys? Can you tell me what is it? Okay, let's try again without that thing. It seems that he didn't ask me to recalculate, so that's probably added dynamically on top, which is nice. Which is very, very nice. By the way, I need to make dinner. It's 8:35. My body's starting to tell me, what about eating something? What about? What about? Meanwhile, I want to search the Unreal Engine foliage stationery. If it exists or not. What is called that thing? Is called the movable settings. The mobility. Because the fact that we have mobility doesn't... The fact that we have a setting which actually doesn't exist in the UI is start to be interesting, you know? It's kind of interesting. You see? Here there is also only static and movable. Why there is no mobility? Fuck, doesn't explain anything about mobility. Pam 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 pam. Open world tips and tricks. Nice. Fuck. Pam 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 pam. Movable doesn't exist in the page. Okay, let me see if removing that thing. I don't know if it's an impression, but everything looks more white. Okay. I don't know. Looks about the same. 0, 0, 0, 0. Exactly identical. You see that some trees are reacting differently though, like this one, which is green. When I go to 0, 0, 0, 0, actually becomes a bit darker. Those one, I don't know, but anyway. I don't know where this light is coming from, but we have a light somewhere. We have a red light. And even if I set everything to 0, it's not enough. But it's definitely working differently from bush to bush. But just because maybe this one is already darker, and so that's why. Probably. No, but this one becomes really, really, really black. This one becomes really black. This one becomes really black, but I don't understand what is the difference between this one which is this guy which is set as static, cast shadows, dynamic shadow, no static shadow, so it's pretty much the same as all the others. And for example, this guy, right? Now this is also in a different position. I can search another one. Like this one. Because maybe it's a matter of position. No, it becomes pretty dark. This one becomes very dark. But look at this guy, for example. Oh my god. It looks like it's daylight for this guy. For this guy, it looks like it's day. For this guy, which is... I have no idea which guy is it though. I think it's this one because I see this bunch at the top. I think it's this one, bush foliage type 01. Okay, so let me make it small. Let me put some information because otherwise I will forget. So we have, because we need to understand this. There's no way we're gonna ignore it. So this guy, so this foliage is very bright. Is very bright even at night. Okay. And it seems to act completely weird. Now let me see if, while we said this guy, right? While this guy, come on, okay. So this foliage seems to have the right light at night. Okay? Okay. So let's try to understand what differences they have. So this one and this one. So for example, does this one have a UV channel for light maps? Yes. Is the light map UV channel looking fine? Yes. Does he has a normal UV? Yes. It looks a bit weird, but he has it. So UV channels seems to be okay. Now let's look at the other guy. Let's look at the other guy. Identical. I would say UV channel seems to be okay in both. I don't see any difference. Okay, now textures. We can swap the texture of the two, by the way, if we want. We can put this texture on the other guy just for fun and see if it does something, you know. So this texture is an instance of this one. Yes, a sway amount, wind intensity, and is an instance of this, which is going through speed 3 color variation. And he has no emissive, and he has this subsurface color. Okay. He has this subsurface color. Now I forgot which one I was looking at. Fuck! This one, huh? This one. I was looking at the flat one. So the flat one is using subsurface color and is using the speed 3 color thingy in the material, right? Let's see if the other guy is using that as well. Seems to be similar. He's using the same base material, by the way. He's using the same. He's using this. How is it possible he's using the same? Yeah, he's using the same. He's using the same base material, so GG. Okay. He's using the same base material, so same base material. Okay. So, oops. So they are both using the same base material as a parent. And so yes, all of this is identical. And all of this is identical. And okay. Now, in terms of settings, settings on the mesh, right? We have a light map resolution of 64. It's pretty high, but anyway. We have a light map resolution of 64 on this one, and a light map resolution of 64 on this one as well. So in theory, they are using the same settings as well here, identical. The LOD is the same. Is absolutely identical. Fuck. Collision is the same. It's absolutely identical. So the two meshes have the same setting, at least at this level. At the mesh level, so mesh setting seems to be identical. Mesh setting seems to be the same. Fuck. Okay. So in the foliage settings, density 200, density 100. Yeah, but this is just the density that you paint them on. So I would say you should make it 0 difference, even if it's different, but it should make 0 difference. Placement also makes 0 difference. There is an exclusion for some landscape layers, but also makes 0 difference. The instant settings, static, movable, 0, 10,000. Cast shadow, dynamic shadow, cast static shadow is absolutely identical. Fuck. They are identical, boys. They are absolutely identical. They are absolutely identical. They are absolutely identical. Okay, you can say is the position, right? Is the position. So in this position, for whatever reason, this thing is getting way more light. Okay. This guy, I think, is his brother. Is the position that is calculated like shit? I want to see one of those dark. If we see one of those, yeah, but actually this one, you know, is at least normal. I mean, it's still a bit bright, but at least it's not red. The trees are red anyway. Trees are red. These guys are not red. So I think it may be the light. What I'm seeing, what we are seeing now is the light map density, right? So for example, this one seems to have a crazy light map density. Even if, just because it's smaller and he has less leaves. Yes, because it's still 64. So, for example, this one could use a lower light map resolution because it doesn't have a lot of triangles. It's 176 triangles. Well, this one is 556. So this one may use, okay, but that's another problem, I guess. So it is a bit overdone. But you see that all the things that are becoming red don't have a light map setting? Like me, the 3. Where is the chest? I lost my chest. Where is my chest? No. I lost it. Yeah, but there is definitely a difference, huh? Where the hell is my chest? Boys? Did we move so much? Looks like. I mean, I can generate another one, huh? It's not a problem, but... Okay. Let me drop another one. Maybe we don't see it because it's white. Because it's white on white, you know? I lost the chest. The quest for the chest. Okay, let me put it... Let me put it here. Let me put it here. Ah. The chest does not have a UV, does not have a UV density, a light map density in any case, because it's considered movable. Ah, yes. Yes. All the ones that are white, they are white because they are considered movable. And so by default, they don't have a light map density. So they only get direct light, or anyway, they only get dynamic calculations. They only get dynamic calculations. Yeah. That's the reason. Okay, let me think about this. I need to check. I need to cook dinners. 1 second. But fuck. I don't know if at the end we will really have to go full dynamic, just because there are these million problems with static lights. But it will really be a pity, I tell you. Okay. Why can I change the sides? Okay, anyway. I think it's visible enough. 1 second. Poof! I disappeared. Easy. Poof. Okay. It's cooking. It's cooking right now. Okay. So basically, all the objects that are movable are getting, for whatever reason, a reddish light coming from somewhere. I don't know from where, but man, it's so evident. Look at this thing. It's so fucking evident. And we have two problems. We had one problem of the red light on the non-light map objects, and then we have a problem of bright objects like this one that remain bright even if they should not be. I think it must be the directional light. There is no way. It must be the directional light. It must be the directional light. There is no other possibility. So here we are at the back. Where are we? Let me go daylight. Here we are at the back of the temple, right? Here we are in the wall at the back of the temple. Yes. Okay. So if I take those trees, I want to see what is the direction that I'm getting, right? I want to see. Now I'm parallel to that wall, which is the one at the left of the. Okay. The red light is in this direction. So the red light is coming so the red light it's coming pretty much from where I'm looking at. The red light is coming from like in front of me. So it's coming basically from the arena to the temple, okay? Roughly, then, I mean, it's not exactly, but the red light is coming from the arena to the temple. Let me just confirm the directional light is pointing that way, but I'm pretty sure it is. So our directional light, can I put this directional light in a place which is... Come on. Okay, I don't know why it's placed here, but anyway, it makes no difference. Where you place it makes no difference. It's above everything. It really makes no actual difference where you place it. So it's the same. Okay. Okay. So I want to see if this directional light is pointing so pretty much it should point. It is the arena, so pretty much it should point that way, okay, like in front of me now. It should point like in front of me. Unfortunately, I'm moving a bit too quick, maybe. So the direction of this thing, yeah, but you see, it's exactly pointing that way. So yes, okay. So basically the red stuff, we get it from the directional light. There's no way. I mean, we're getting from this thing. You're getting it from this thing. Now, why this light should have a color which is not neutral, right? That is the first question. Because at the moment we have a light color which is pushing a bit on the red and on the green. Green actually is at 1 and red, so this is the color that we see, okay? So the first thing I want to do, I want to change it to 1. So that is not influencing anymore the stuff. Then we have a source angle. The angle for the sun, okay. Modulated shadow color. And this one seems to be gray anyway. Atmosphere, fog, sunlight. This is what I think that is may fuck us up. Used as atmosphere sunlight. What does it mean? There is non-default, huh? Okay, so let me try like this, that we just changed, we only changed the... I think I lost the other chest. It's the second chest I lose now. I mean, it was here somewhere. But it's okay. I think this area is perfect for puzzles and searching stuff. Why this thing became white now? Is it normal that this thing is white? I don't know. But we can stay like here, yeah, close to the wall. Let me stay like here, okay? Okay, let me disconnect. And let me save this level because the directional light is in this level. No, I think it's in the persistent level. So I need to save, yes, this one. If I don't save this one, it will make no difference. Okay. Let's try again. Because I think one issue of having a colored light is that when you reach very low values, it may start to show up really a lot. Okay, let's try to go at night, okay? Again. I don't know, it still looks red to me, but let's see. Still looks red. Was the red color baked into the was the red color baked into the light maps when I did the calculation? Because the light was slightly red, or what? I don't understand, boys. Okay. I'm a bit frustrated by this, I have to say. But I mean, look at this 3, boys. Look at this freaking 3. Look at this freaking 3. Why so bright? And there is such a... Is the fact that I reduced the light mass volume so much? Because the other day I did one change because I was testing this light, and so I moved the light mass here. And so now in the other places there is no light mass volume. But, you know, okay, let me do something. You see that this 3 is black? These 3, you see it? These 3 is black, right? Why the other 3s are not black? What is the difference from this guy? Maybe this guy is static. Ah, fuck. This guy is static. That's why. Because this guy has been placed in the level statically and is not part of the foliage. By the way, I have no idea why these things are dynamic. Probably because they are set as movable in the... This thing are probably set as movable. Yeah. Where is this red color coming from? I want to know. Fuck. Where is this red color at night coming from? It's too old anyway. It's too old. Okay, let's try to randomly change, well, not randomly, but let's try to disable everything that was enabled that we don't understand what is it. Okay, so let's go to the defaults for everything that we don't understand. So source angle, whatever it is, intensity, well, intensity I don't think it makes any difference. Atmosphere, fog, sunlight, disabled. No, I need to rebuild if I change that. Okay, except the one that are forcing us to rebuild, because fuck this one, fuck. Okay, GG. The problem is that now you know what is my fear? My fear is still that we have... I think that now everything is fucked, by the way. Because we have object to relate, and so all the ones that are not relate will count as invalid, and they will get weird lights. So I think that that's one of the issue. But okay, I mean, we don't have to spend the whole evening on lights, okay? So I can just do it offline, and we can go on fixing bugs, which anyway is good. I don't have to spend all time, but it's a very interesting problem, you know, because creating a kind of a realistic night is is so important, and I feel that at the moment the engine is really not helping me. So I feel that something that I cannot take for granted, that it works, you know, she's just turning off the light and seeing darkness, is not that way, and it's pretty annoying, you know. So I want to spend time making my game, not spending time debugging why Unreal Engine is not making the night the night. Why can I use the console? You see that in the city where the trees are manually placed, right? Because the trees are manually placed, and they are not part of foliage, they look okay. The problem is so all these trees are manually placed into the level, and you see that they become perfectly black, right? So they basically have, if we go back to the light map density, they have light map density. So they look okay for that reason. Now, the foliage, well, but actually like this foliage, for example, is having light map density. This is it's just the trees and some bushes. I think it's the trees and some bushes that have this issue, because the one inside the city are okay. What the fuck? What? Now those ones are working, or just not getting, because maybe they are too far. They are too far, they are getting an LOD 0. I think because they are too far. Wait a second. No, they are still lit. I think it's just because in distance, I mean the distant ones, you cannot, you are using another LOD. Yes, and they are becoming black, you see. But the ones that are closer to me, is an LOD problem? The ones that are closer to me are really staying lit. I can do the test of moving them to not movable and see what happens, but I think if they are not movable, something will fuck up. But we can try, just for fun. Can the foliage be made static, not movable? Yeah, I think so. It is what I'm trying to check now, but I mean, it's already like this. For all the bushes, we have it as static. You see static. And for all the trees, we have it as something that is not, I don't know. I will anyway undo whatever I'm doing at the moment. Okay, so it's just a test. Okay, the problem is that if I move them as static, they will not... No, they will. They will cast dynamic shadows as a default. Also this one, why we have cast static shadow disabled? There are some weird settings that I don't understand. Or well, I said I don't have enough knowledge to understand why. Okay, so now they are set as, you know, the problem is that now they are set as static, right? But the light has not been relit, and so I think they are getting kind of in a middle ground that is not. I mean, you should not test lights without proper recalculation. The problem is that the recalculation lasts 1 hour, and so I cannot do it really now. And it's using 100% of my CPU. So basically I can do it only when I'm AFK from the computer, or we can have another PC do the calculation, which maybe is an idea. I think if you make everything dynamic, it would work. I think Unreal Engine is going through a transformation, which is slowly moving everything from static to dynamic. And so let me just see one thing. If they are static, do they get a? Yes, they get it. They get as static. They get a light map density. Okay. So you see that now they are not white anymore, like me. They are not white anymore. I think this is good though. The only problem is, are they still casting shadows? It looks like they do. Now, is the movement of the leaves casting shadows? I would say yes. They are moving a bit. I mean, they're moving so little actually that probably no one will care about, but you know, the idea is that they are so yeah, so dynamic light seems to work on them properly, even if now they are static. Okay, so let's try to go dark. I would say it's definitely better, but the trunk is super lit. Fuck. Let me go night with the normal night thingy. No, it's the same. Well, it's the same. At least they are static, so they are costing less in calculations. But so it seems that the foliage is absorbing the light differently compared to the ground. I don't know why, but is just absorbing the light different. These ones are absorbing so much light. The grass that we have on the ground is anyway, you know, or this guy here, or this bush here. I mean, it's true that they have white trunks, but anyway, it seems that putting them as static is not damaging anything. It's not damaging the movement of the leaves because they are still moving. It's not damaging the shadow, and it's not damaging the movement of the shadow. So I think we can keep them as static anyway. So I think we should set them all as static, unless we want to have a tree that is actually moving. But I think will not happen. But yeah, so I think the question is why foliage is... Okay, let's try to enable another thing which was not default. The problem is that now we don't have this thing relit, which is what I... So I think that the tests that we are doing now are not correct. But let me try to remove this one, to put this one back to the default, okay? Cast static shadows. Let me do it on all the trees. Or on some of the trees. Let me do it like on 4 of them, so 2 will still be with the old setting, okay? Because I don't know why we don't want to cast static shadows. Maybe because the shadow will be too strong when we calculate it with the sun position in one place. But our sun doesn't rotate, which is a great thing. Our sun is standing still because our sun is a crystal. So that's a big advantage, you know? That's a very big advantage. Let me see my dinner. I don't want to be... Okay, I think we have an issue there. So let me try this. So what we changed? Ah, yes, we changed the cast static shadows. But anyway, I mean, casting shadows is not receiving, so I think it's a bit different. So here, what we may get stronger shadows on the ground, but in terms of them absorbing the light, I really don't know. These trees are always super bright, by the way. Like, to me, it looks like foliage is applying lights in a different way. For whatever reason. Let's say that with my 000, they are becoming slightly better. But I think just because it's a 0, so even if I go, I think 0.05, I think they will absorb, yes, a lot of light. So it looks like the foliage is really taking light in a different way. I don't know why. Unreal Engine foliage too bright. Force LOD 0. No. For outdoor maps, enable mesh distance fields, but we have that already. But anyway, these distance mesh fields are used when you are seeing far away. Subsurface strength and brightness, or you can change here. Let me try to remove this subsurface. Let me take 1, 3, or maybe 2 of them. Because all of them have different textures, right? So it's a bit of a mess trying to change. No, but I think they are using... Most of them are using the same bark. I think. Yes. Let's do it on the bark, okay? Let's do it on the bark, which by the way I have no idea why it's not saved. Let's do it on the bark, which is anyway very evident. And wait, fuck. Let me do this because just closing everything, otherwise. Okay, so now we have this guy and this guy. Okay, so we only have two open. But on the bark the subsurface is not the speed 3 color variation, base color. I don't know if this one can really make a difference, but I don't think it does. We can remove it, but I don't think it makes a lot of difference. It's just a small color variation on... We have 0 metallic, 0 specular, and 1 roughness, which seems to be perfectly fine with me. We can remove the normal map if we want. And I don't know why there is an offset position on the bark. Okay, because you can move on the wind as well. Oh my god. But I don't think I care at the moment. So this bark now is super clean, right? So there is nothing. It's a material which is super simple. I have an issue with my kitchen at the moment, but okay. So now we change the texture of the bark, right? Which is now not using anymore any weird function. It's already turning red anyway. It's already turning red. It's already turning red. I don't know, boys. I will think about it, okay? I don't know. I think I'm wasting time and there is something fundamentally broken. I think that what we can do, I don't know, we can test it in a smaller level, so we can just create a level with the same foliage, and so we can relight when we want, and we can test, you know, the different things when we want. At the moment I think I'm wasting my time really trying to debug this. I mean, it's basically not working. Okay, so I don't know what is not working, but it's not working. It's not working. So can be due to the relight, right, that we need to rebuild. I think if I change everything to dynamic, it will probably look okay, which is what I didn't want to do, but at the end, I mean, if it's the only way, I think I will do it. So if I change directional light to movable, I mean, we can try just for fun 1 second, but I think we can try like this with everything. So basically now all the lights are dynamic. I can't do that. I don't know. I was really pushing for this static stuff to, you know, to save a bit on performance. But if it's broken, I mean, there's no way. Okay. So now everything, at least the two major lights, the skylight and the directional light, are set as dynamic. So let's see what happens. Identical. Identical. Fuck. So the problem is really the foliage. The problem is really the foliage. Even with everything dynamic. Why is the foliage having this trouble? I don't know. Boys. I'm a bit sad. Okay, I have an issue, guys. That seems that my oven is not working as expected. So it's basically not working at the moment. And so I think I need to go to take something for dinner. So I think I will have to stop the stream. And I don't know if I will stream later, but definitely I will stream tomorrow, okay? I will think what to do with this. My suggestion will be just to test it on a smaller level. So we will just put the same trees in a very small map with the same landscape, just in a very small map with the same sun, and we will do all the possible tests, right? Because at the moment, relighting this monster, you see now we have 5,600 unlit objects, and so I fear that these trees are suffering from that because they are not. It's not working. Yeah, it's looking a bit better, but the trees are super glowing. I mean, they are like neons in the night. I mean, it makes no sense compared to the one that is statically placed, right? If you look at this one. if you look at these three, right? There is the tree. You cannot even see it, but in front of me there is a tree that has the right light, right? And okay, if I go up in light, it will go up as well. I mean, I can just do it like this. If I go up in light, you see how it goes up? Perfect. It's the same tree, by the way. No, it's the same tree. I don't know if it's the same tree. Maybe it's not the same tree. But this one I think is the same tree. So that one probably not. But this one I think is the same tree. Potentially. I mean, I can search similar trees, but anyway, the point is, if you are not going through the foliage system, right? It seems that the lights are working properly. If you go, like, look at this tree, how it becomes darker. It's perfect. I think it's very good. It's very good. It's perfect. Exactly how it should be. So if you go through the foliage system, for some reason everything fucks up, right? And I don't know. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. If you're new to the stream, please click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. And also check our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift. And see you tomorrow, boys. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I hope I can fix my oven somehow, because I really need it. I really need it.